Hey y'all, thank you for tuning in. It's 4th of July today, and there was supposed to be a looming storm coming in, but it looks like we just missed it, which is awesome because I had like a thunderstorm yesterday as well. It was so bad that it was like knocking down trees. I know a couple friends a little further out in Jersey actually like lost power still. So yeah, just be careful out there when it's like stormy, windy, and a lot of trees. Not a good mix. But today's the 4th of July, busy day with the family, and really just wanted to have a chance to get a little bit of a ride in. We didn't go out. I didn't want to risk it. I didn't want to be outside, and then all of a sudden, torrential rain and winds come in, even though my phone kept beeping and going off that there was warnings, and luckily we were spared. Anyhow, I figured, you know what, let me take a quick 30-minute, 25-minute ride around town. Let me hear a little bit of the fireworks from different neighboring towns and do a little night ride. Also, and I just recently got a bike light. So, my front of the bike, so I can test it out. Charged it last night, arrived last night, and it also like has a nice attachment where I can use my Garmin Edge computer holder, and then I could just attach it on the bottom, so it's like a two-in-one. So tried it out today. Really got a chance, Internest, to also check out my Garmin Edge computer. I'm usually a Garmin Feelix guy. I've had watches. I've had their series for a bit, the Feelix series, particularly, and yeah, it was kind of odd not riding with the watch, but also nice because I don't have to improve a little bit on that tan that's going on and leaving out. But yeah, it was really a nice ride, and I think one big takeaway about tonight was that I missed riding. I really, really did miss riding. I would say like it's been when I rode back in my late 20s, early 20s, all through 20s, and even early 30s. They were the healthiest I've ever been, the fittest ever been. VO2 was like to the max. I was just a healthier person. But again, that was a different time, right? So, it felt really good to be back on the bike and getting this quick ride, kind of just taking stock July, we're almost already more than slightly halfway through the year, and just gives me a little bit of moment to reflect and ride. I know riding at nighttime is dangerous, but I was in some side streets, that's why I have the light, and then took some slight hills, and then like mainly stayed on the main roads that are brightly lit. So played it safe. I'm still getting accustomed to riding in general because I took a bit off. But yeah, check out the clips, some of the scenes of my ride tonight. Again, I'm just building up. I'm trying to be really, really humble. I've kind of changed that focus or that mindset that I used to have of, if you're not breaking yourself through every grueling exercise, it's not worth it. I can't do that at my age. When you're in your 40s, early 40s, your body's not going to be as forgiving. And it's one of the reasons why I'm actually biking a little bit more. I'm not squatting or doing front squats like I did the last couple months. I tweaked a little bit of my hip. I think it's a muscle. I don't think it's anything serious, or like a light tendon pull maybe. I was doing goblet squats, and I felt like a little pop, very minor, and it was fine. I was able to do other exercises and then finished my sets and workouts. But, I felt a little bit off, so kind of been really conservative, working upper body instead, and kind of skipped leg day again, which was Saturday. Yesterday, it was supposed to be today. I skipped it. And then I haven't done a run, so that's why I've been riding short rides here and there. I was just getting into running, but I know I live in a hilly area, can't avoid the hills. That running is a whole new beast. That's definitely going to put a lot more, pressure on my hip as I go uphill and downhill. So I think tomorrow I'll see a light jog again. I was building up to, I think I was at like 3 miles in one run. So hopefully it's not a big setback, but yeah, tune in, just follow my journey. The camera I used was my Insta360 Ace Pro 2. Mounted it with a small rig, a little claw thing, and it seems pretty cool so far. I'm trying to see different ways to move the camera around, so I apologize if it's not the most cinematic. I'm working on it. I'll get better on it. Never used to shooting on a bike is something different that I've never done before. You know, I usually just ride and I'm grueling and pushing through everything. But now I'm trying to be a little bit more intentional, still capture memories, tell stories. Fireworks up ahead. Check it out a little bit. Storm coming soon, but I think we're just avoiding it for a second. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Halfway through the ride, I started thinking about how we're more than halfway through the year. And then I started thinking about this country, almost 250 years in, and what kind of world my daughter is going to inherit. It's a strange thing. Riding through town on the 4th of July, fireworks going off, flags outside, families gathering, the sky rumbling like celebration and warning at the same time. And I know this is a privilege, a luxury really, to be able to get on a bike, clear my head, move my body, feel the night air, and think about life. Not everyone gets that kind of peace. Not everyone gets that kind of space. There's so much chaos in the world right now, so much noise, so much uncertainty, and sometimes it feels like we're all just trying to find something to hold on to. Maybe that's why I find myself so moved watching Cabo Verde play. I had no real stake in that game, no family tie, no flag in the fight, but watching them play with that much heart, that much pride, that much commitment to making their nation proud, it got me. They lost, but it didn't feel like failure. It felt like proof. Proof that showing up matters, that pride matters, that the little guys can still make the whole world stop and pay attention. And maybe that's what I'm chasing too, in my own small way. Not victory, not perfection, just the chance to show up again. For my health, for my family, for my daughter, for the version of myself I'm trying to rebuild. Because sometimes the ride isn't just about where you're going. Sometimes it's about remembering that you're still here. A few minutes later, the ride got quieter, and that's when my mind went somewhere else. Work, career, purpose, the life I'm building, the life I'm responsible for. I started asking myself the kinds of questions you don't really ask out loud. Am I moving the dial? Am I making the world better in any real way? Am I doing the best I can for my family with the time I've been given? And then there's a question that feels almost selfish to ask. Am I happy at the core? I don't know. And maybe that doesn't even matter the way we want it to matter. Because bills still come, family still needs you. The world doesn't pause because your knee hurts, or because your spirit is tired, or because you're still trying to figure out what the next version of your life is supposed to look like. So you keep going. even with a bum knee that's still trying to heal, even knowing it may never be the same, that maybe I won't cut the same way, turn the same way, move the same way I used to. At some point, you stop negotiating with the version of yourself you lost, and you start working with the version that's still there. And that's what I try to do. I show up every day, I try my best, I work, I provide, I push, but sometimes I wonder if it's like Sisyphus. Am I just pushing the same boulder up the same hill over and over again, hoping this time the outcome changes? Am I a cog now? Or is there still more in me? Can I really do more? Be better? Build something better for myself and my family? I think I can. But then comes the harder question. What's the roadmap? What's the plan? Is it just a toil and hope? To keep grinding and wait for someone to throw me a lifeline? No. I don't think that it can be that. I think I have to take every waking free hour I can find and pour it into something. Creating, storytelling, building, a business, a body of work, a life that feels more intentional than accidental. And maybe that's why this ride felt heavier than I expected. Because at one point, I passed near my father's cemetery. His ashes are there behind the glass. And in the dark, with the fireworks somewhere in the distance, I felt his absence more than I usually let myself feel it. Most days, I don't sit with it. I don't think I have the luxury. I have to keep moving. There's always something to do, someone to take care of, a meeting, a bill, a workout, a responsibility, another hill. But tonight, on the bike, I felt the void, because there's no longer that voice telling me, you can do it, you can do anything. And I think losing someone like that changes you. Losing the person who was always in your corner, who believed in you before you had proof, who saw more in you before you even knew how to see it in yourself. That's a parent's love. And even in my 40s, I still look for it sometimes. That affirmation, that certainty, that voice saying, keep going, you're not done yet. I know I won't hear it the same way again, but maybe he gave me enough of it to carry forward, enough to push myself, enough to keep trying, enough to believe that I can still become more than what this season has made me. And for that, I'm thankful. Thankful for the love, thankful for the belief, thankful for the moments when I let myself remember, really remember. Because maybe remembering isn't standing still. Maybe remembering is how we keep moving with meaning. Kind of my riding journey kind of connected as well to kind of get fit again. It's been a struggle, haven't lost weight, have going to the gym 3-4 times a week, lifting pretty strong. My numbers have been going up, but I haven't done much cardio until the last 2-3 weeks, and so I feel like it's starting to move forward, but we'll see. I got a doctor's checkup on Monday, next couple days, and I'll know in a week or so whether things are getting better or not. But anyway, tune in And feel free to leave comments, notes, anything. Appreciate you guys for your support and your patience. Take it easy.